pretty self-explanatory, except that you don't get the tile. But the tile doesn't really show you anything. I really don't see the value in having the tile on the character select screen. Um, so yeah, I have one troll, formicid, and ogre now. I'm thinking Palentonga, but maybe I want to go for Deep Dwarf or Ghoul. Ghoul of Maclef, maybe? Yeah, Maclef got pretty nerfed, but Ghoul got heal on kills. Maybe Ghoul of Maclef might not be terrible, and then we go for unarmed combat. Thinking about it, maybe it is not such a terrible idea. On the other hand, I kind of want to try going for a Djinn or a Demon Spawn. Um, but I feel like I need to pick the safest thing possible. And the safest thing possible is probably some form of Deep Dwarf. Hmm. Thinking about Deep Dwarf, maybe Fighter, because they start with a kite shield. So that's like pretty safe. And then I will obviously go Maclef with that character. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. Good old Deep Dwarf Fighter of Maclef. We are going to start with a War Axe because Broad Axes are extremely good and not particularly uncommon. The start of the game, we're gonna turn off everything but axes. We're gonna do this. And I see that the aptitude for axes actually got buffed. I don't think it was +1 before. I think it was -1 actually. It's nice to see that it's +1 now. Um, Maybe tiles? No, not tiles just yet. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, there we go. Now they're going to load. And there they are. So in case you have never no, 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 we're not gonna do that. I wanna do this. Yeah, in case you have never seen a deep dwarf, they do not regenerate naturally, like at all. You can wait forever, and they do not regenerate a single point of health. As you can see, HP regen 0 per turn. So the only way to heal with a deep dwarf is to use their ability. They have an ability that heals them with mana. It has a chance to lower your mana permanently. Not really an issue for my character, and it's also not like a guaranteed thing. You can get lucky and use your mana and use that ability like several times throughout the entirety of the game and never lose any mana. You can also get unlucky and lose some mana immediately. And by the way, I forgot to take off the shield, so this might be a complicated fight. Yeah, look at my attack delays, 1.7. That is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, that's not good. We're gonna take off the kite shield. We're gonna use that at some point, but we are not gonna use it immediately. And yeah, as you can see, I have 15 HP. But fortunately, deep dwarfs also have damage resistance. It's like a weird esoteric formula that are like super obscured by design. Um, but pretty much what it means is that whatever damage that you would take after like armor class and everything, you take a bit less damage. Which can reduce the damage that you take to 0. The game doesn't tell you, but you take no damage, but you, for practical purposes, do take no damage. Um, yeah, in fact, it happened there. It constricts you for 0 damage. Um, Okay, it happened there again. Goblin hits you with a +0 dagger, and I didn't lose any HP. So, yeah, the early game of the Deep Dwarf is actually a bit complicated if you don't know that you are supposed to like constantly use the ability that heals you. And you're not meant to be conservative with that ability. I'm just not using it because I don't think anything will burst me down from 11 HP, especially being a deep dwarf. Um, but if I drop below like 8 HP or so, I would probably consider using it. Or if we see something like a gnoll or something. Not that I would fight a gnoll. I think fighting a gnoll would be a really bad idea. On a scale of difficulty for Deep Dwarf, where is it? I would say that it is. It's not beginner for the reason that I just explained. Like it functions very different to pretty much any other character in the whole game. Because for any other character, you can just rest to full HP after every fight. As a Deep Dwarf, you don't have that option. But I do think that for an experienced character or for an experienced player that has already won at least once and knows how to play the game and keep their abilities and stuff in mind, Deep Dwarf is definitely a very viable and good and strong and easy character. Yeah, Deep Dwarf, whatever, pretty much, because they're pretty powerful. Um, if you keep in mind the ability that they actually have reasonable early game because you are not gonna be able to regenerate, but you're also gonna have like close to unlimited potions of heal wounds. Oh, I got drained a bit. That's fine. I'm wondering if it might not be. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, full HP, as you can see. That was my first usage of that. Fortunately, we were healed to full HP. I guess we got an okay roll. It was not the best roll, but it was also not a really abysmal roll. Well, actually, I have no way to tell if it was a great roll or not. I guess we will never know if it was a great roll. I guess what matters is that I got healed to full HP. Very important. Okay, I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's like acquirement or something. Maybe it is going to be Enchanted Weapon or something dumb. Okay, easy kill on Jessica. Um, it's going pretty well, as you can see. We still haven't, like, it's super early in the game. We haven't found anything um, moderately dangerous, apart from Jessica, I guess. Um, so I guess it's fine. We will be truly tested when we see Sigmund or something. We found Curer, which is huge. Oh, talking about being tested. Well, that's Grinder. 50% chance to paralyze me, 70% chance to pain. This level belongs to Grinder. The safe thing to do is to go all the way to the stairs, and I think I'm gonna do just that because I could also go downstairs, but going downstairs means that I cannot go upstairs if I go downstairs into a nasty situation because I would be going upstairs into Grinder. So the correct thing to do is probably to. I remember why. Yeah, I was like, why didn't I finish exploring this level? But no, it was because there is a worm, and worms hit really hard. They can very easily bypass my armor class and my damage resistance. So being in a level with a monster that is not particularly dangerous, but I also cannot kill, is kind of annoying, and I prefer to skip levels like that. Um, Okay, fortunately we didn't encounter the worm, so let's just go downstairs and try to also dive past D3. Still no Clef. There is Jeredelem Null, and theoretically you could go Deep Dwarf of Jeredelem Null because you can use Drain Life for healing as a Deep Dwarf. It's a terrible idea, but you can definitely give it a try. Okay, I don't have consumables identified just yet. I should probably keep that in mind. I should probably like read-identify a couple of these. Oh, Torment. Well, that kind of sucks. We took 8 damage. Identify. Potions of 3 are excellent. Degeneration, kind of annoying. Summoning and Immolation. Okay. Nice scrolls of identify, but I didn't identify heal wounds, and I would have preferred to identify that one. Let's just skip the level, like altogether. Oh, we found some boots. Let's wear them. So deep dwarves get back. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I got hit for pretty good roll of Puff of Flame. It hit me for 12 damage, so I would not be exaggerating when I say that it hit me for maximum damage or close to maximum. Um, and you might be thinking, but it says 3 dice 5 there. What do you mean it hit you for maximum? Well, I have armor class and I have armor class and I have the damage shaving from being a deep dwarf. So when taking those things into account, it probably did hit me for the maximum amount of damage. But fortunately, we were able to kill it right after it did that. Unfortunately, I didn't get confused or anything too nasty. Ooh, that's nice. We're gonna buy that immediately. And I'm also gonna buy Curing. Yeah, finding a shop like this early in the game is pretty nice because you get to buy potions to identify them. In addition to just buy potions to have them, that's also a pretty nice thing. Um, so yeah, eventually I'm gonna come back for those. I wonder how viable it is for you to play a deep dwarf of Gosag. It's probably not very good. Um, okay, do I have boots? I have boots. Okay. Um, so yeah, I don't want to buy anything from there. The plate is bad, and the other armor is too expensive for what it is. So I wouldn't pay money for any of those things. All right. How many axes do I need for 1.0 delay? I need 10 axes for 1.0 delay on the war axe. Oh, Randart boots. Ooh, and very cheap unidentified scrolls. Those are my jam. We're gonna buy these. And also one of these potions. Yeah, and I'll come back for the wand as well. Unidentified scrolls. Always very exciting. Let me take a screenshot of these items just to see. Maybe they are acquirement and experience. You never know. And I got them for dirt cheap, so I gotta take a screenshot real quick just to remember the names for when I identify those items. So we like know what they were. Ooh, that is not good. I could kill it. Actually, I think I can kill it because I have Curer. If I didn't have Curer, I definitely would not even attempt. But Curer is a really powerful consumable that I don't mind using on a Black Bear this early in the game because I got a stack of 7. If I didn't have a stack of 7, also, I wouldn't have thrown that many. If I had one, I would have used it, but obviously I wouldn't have been able to repeatedly use it. But 7 really does give me that chance. So yeah. All right. It doesn't seem that we lost any Curer, so that's excellent. Let's see what we get here. Ooh. Oh, well, that's nice. I want to buy that. I definitely. Oh, if I could go Gosag, I would consider going Gosag with this character. What I'm gonna buy is teleport because that identifies a scroll, and now I know what teleport is. So it's a pretty powerful consumable to have. Same is going to be done for blinking when I have 97 gold. I prefer to identify it like that than to. Um, oh, there's so many good things in these shops. I prefer to identify it like that than to read a scroll of identify. Wow, there's so many things. There's also like rendered flails that might be interesting for my character. Um, I know that I am training I'm training axes, but they cross train, so it's not a terrible thing to pick up a flail and use it. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. I don't have a good way to deal with this ice beast. Yeah, it really is a bad thing. Um, Ooh, and here's the thing. It obviously hits really hard because it's like an ice beast. It has a coin flip chance to deal 15, like just a straight up 15 maximum damage, and then it can deal less damage to you. Like if it fails the coin flip down, the coin flip chance to deal the maximum amount of damage, it can deal less. Obviously. But yeah, that's kind of lame. I cannot really afford to fight it, being a deep dwarf. Okay, fortunately I lost, or rather it lost a turn on me and I was able to just go upstairs. Um, okay, let's see. Let's try to make my way to some downstairs. Mm, at least I already know where all the three downstairs in this level are. That is definitely quite nice for my character. Okay, I can also do this and go downstairs twice. Ah, that is bad. Yeah, I hope that doesn't. I hope that didn't just kill me. Hmm. Ooh, I resisted paralysis right there. Okay, this is gonna make it hard for Grinder to hurt me with melee if she decides to do so. Pain will still hurt, but not as much. Oh, never mind. Pain will not hurt. Okay, that's pretty lucky. Ooh, that was unfortunate. I didn't exclude the stairs where I knew Grinder was, so that was definitely something that I would consider to be a massive mistake on my end. Let's see how my axe situation is. It seems that I am using the best axe that the game has generated for me. I was kind of hoping for maybe something better, but I guess I haven't seen any white bands or any orc warriors. It would be too much to ask for to already have a better axe. Um, nope, nope. Let's leave the level. Okay, what do we have here? Nothing really. Oh, that's bad. I just keep auto traveling into the worst things this early game. Okay, it is dead. There's no way it survives the crazy amount of poison that I applied with double cure. But yeah, that kind of sucked. I took a fair amount of damage there. It was kind of unavoidable damage, but at least I survived, which is what really counts. Okay, how's my money situation? I can buy some potions, but I think what I want to buy immediately is a scroll of blinking because it really is like the most powerful thing that I can have and find. Like that thing just straight up saves me. So what I'm going to be doing is just continue and hope that eventually I find those. Or I find more money. I find more money. Another ogre. Fortunately, I guess we have Curer, and now we have darts of poison too, so we can also use those to combo with Curer. We throw one Curer to slow the monster, and then we throw a bunch of poison darts, and the monster dies. Oh, a distant slurping noise means that there is a jelly that's eating items on the floor. Nasty jelly. This is gonna suck because this also deals like retaliatory damage, and it is poison resistant. So there's no way for me to kill this thing without hitting it. Really unfortunate. Yeah, no, I have no way to kill it without without meleeing it. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna like, yeah, that's going extremely bad for me. I took a lot of damage and I didn't kill it. Stones, I guess I can pick them up. I don't like that they barely deal any damage. Well, we found some upstairs. I guess that's okay. Oh, that is extremely bad. Oh, come on. I wish I had fear. Fear would be convenient here. or blinking, obviously. I guess I have unlimited heal wounds, which is nice. I can use the jelly as a meat shield for the centaur. Okay, so this fight against this jelly has been going extremely poorly. This kind of early game enemies that just like deal damage to you and there's no avoiding it, um, like the jellies are pretty bad for a deep dwarf. I wonder if I can throw a net on the jelly. It probably wouldn't work. Okay, I feel like we got a bit lucky there, but we got the kill at the end of the day. Okay, I'm gonna try. Alright, I used heal wounds, didn't lose mana, got lucky. That is 1.0 delay on my current weapon, so what we are going to do now is drain the shields, because I really want to be able to use that. I feel like that's going to be a lot of damage mitigation. When we kind of do want that as soon as possible. Talking about a shield, might as well put on the buckler in the meantime. Bucklers are kind of free to equip, fortunately. They are very small. They also do not offer a lot of protection, but it's better than zero protection. Like, having a buckler drastically increases your chances of blocking something from, like, literally being unable to block something to, like, now you can kind of block things every now and then, which might or might not save you. But it's definitely better than just, oh yeah, you will never be able to block anything at all. I think I want to do this right now because I am going to be exploring this part of the level where I know there is a centaur, which might hurt me a lot. There it is. Okay, we're gonna. Alright, damage shaving doing some wonders. And now I have enough money to go and buy that. So I'm gonna do just that. We have 2 scrolls of blinking. And that will also identify any blinking that I have on a shop. And since it didn't identify any of the scrolls that I have on a shop, it means that none of them were blinking. But I was carrying one, so that's definitely nice. Resistance. Alrighty. Oh, the Acid Dragon, of course. We cannot really go through D5 again. That was messed up. I need to skip that level. Like just a straight up dive to D6 and hope that I don't stumble into the Acid Dragon again. Which is kind of inconvenient. I have not found the temple yet. That is something extremely important to keep in mind, because part of the Deep Dwarf game plan is to find Maclef to be able to heal without having to use the Deep Dwarf ability. So yeah, in the early game as a Deep Dwarf, it is extremely seriously. I cannot emphasize it enough. Like, preventing damage is crucial. Like, it's really the thing that will make you win the game as a deep dwarf. If you do not successfully prevent enough damage, you will probably have a hard time with having to heal with your ability multiple times every floor or that kind of stuff. Okay, that should kill Dubesa. Just got a Quiver Cure for the one when Dubesa dies. Hello? I don't think Dubesa is dying. Come on. Immediately throw Icicle. I guess it's fine, I didn't die. Not dying is definitely pretty good. Oh, come on. It missed 3 times and then it throw Icicles again. I'm gonna heal once again. Okay, I lost 1 mana. It's fine. But yeah, that kind of sucked. Ooh, but it was worth it because Dubesa had a chain mail of willpower, which is better than what I have, and with a very relevant brand. We lost a couple of cure darts, I think. I don't know for sure. Um, Alrighty. Okay, easy peasy. What did we get here? Nothing really. Okay. How many? Oh, I only have 4 cure. I lost a lot of it. Kind of unfortunate. Okay, that phantom hurt. We're getting to the point of the game where monsters are hurting more than damage shaving is helping. I got a Young Poisoner's Handbook, which gives me Poisonous Vapors, which is definitely something that I should at least consider getting. But -2 Poison Magic, -2 Spell Casting, -3 Air Magic. Yeah, we are not doing that. It is really expensive mana-wise to, or not mana-wise, but experience-wise to get Poisonous Vapors, and probably not worth the effort considering that I am wearing heavy armor and I have 10 intelligence. Mm, yeah, and I also have darts already. They're kind of like poison magic, but really bad. Okay, I am hoping that the temple is here because if the temple, okay, okay, one of these guys has distortion. I thought that the one that had distortion was this one, but unfortunately it was the wizard instead. Um, I'm gonna walk away from those guys very carefully. Okay, I don't think the wizard noticed me, which is very convenient because the wizard is the one thing that I was afraid of in that encounter. Distortion is definitely a no-no for any character at any point in the game. Like, getting banished can really ruin your day, especially this early in the game, but it can even happen to the best and most powerful of characters that are already like experience level 27, and then they get banished into Abyss 5, and you just die, and there's not much that you can do about it. We are going to buy this. We're going to buy the scrolls first, um, because the scrolls might be acquirement or something. Maybe I should save money and just buy acquirement. Ah, come on! I keep doing that. That is extremely bad. Um, okay, what is your willpower? Not a lot. Maybe we can do this. 65%. One more try. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Full HP, maybe. Alright. We killed the acid dragon on D5, but that was annoying, and it could have been easily prevented too. Oh, look at that. I want this, and I might want that in the future. I wonder why Guardian Spirit is not marked as useless for a Deep Dwarf. It is useless. In case you don't know, if you were Guardian Spirit, I don't think you can regen your mana if you were Guardian Spirit as a Deep Dwarf. So yeah, it's not particularly the best item for a Deep Dwarf. And this is the guy with the Dagger of Distortion. Let's see. We got lucky and it didn't melee us with the dagger. Let's try throwing a net. It missed. It lost a turn. It went invisible. Okay, I'm just gonna like walk around the corner, pick up my net, and go upstairs and like exclude that because I cannot do that pretty much. I cannot do that kind of thing with this character. Um, D5 Acid Dragon definitely out of depth, but I guess it's normal for Trunk now. Yeah, Trunk went kind of crazy with the out of depth monsters. At least it was not like D4 or D3, and I guess I am a deep dwarf at the end of the day, so it's not that bad. But it is still kind of annoying. I am thinking that I want to train some evocations. Yeah, I think I want to train like 12 evocations. I'm probably not gonna train 12. Well, actually, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well go like 16 because I'm not gonna get 16 immediately, but I might get like 10. I have a pretty good aptitude for that, for evocations, and I already have a couple of evocables once in my inventory, including that one, the flame, that I just used to kill Menkaure. So might as well take advantage of like the strength of my deep dwarf. Okay, we got cancellation. So none of the potions that I have bought so far have been experienced. Maybe I cannot help but think that one of those potions in the shop is gonna be experience, and it's just gonna be the one that I don't buy. Yeah, but let's see what happens. This is an ominous corridor. I hope that at the end of the corridor is like the temple or something. Oh, oh, there is a temple. Okay, let's go in. And Maclef. We need Maclef. Yeah, it's not even a choice for a deep dwarf. You need Maclef, and there's like no other option. Um, 62% chance to mind burst Ribbit. Okay, we are kind of killing Ribbit, thanks to Mind Burst. I already ran out of it, but it's definitely worth it to use it on such a high damage unique. So Prince Ribbit is just like a blink frog, right? But the thing about Prince Ribbit is that it's a blink frog that just spawned on D7. So on D7, a blink frog is pretty brutal and definitely worth using consumables and things that you would normally not use against a blink frog. Okay, I kind of want to go upstairs because I don't want to deal with all these orcs, especially knowing that there's a wizard with distortion in this level. I don't want the wizard to like sneak in and like camouflage with the other orcs and just like straight up destroy me. That would be really sad if I got vanished like that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to, now that I have the scroll of blinking, I'm gonna save more money and just buy the scroll of acquirement. Um, that way I will identify acquirement if in case I have it in my inventory. I would also have some gold unless I am offered something like extremely good, like Karga, for example. If I got offered Arga, I would be happy, but I don't think it will happen. Mm, and yeah, after buying acquirement and probably getting gold, I'm just gonna buy some of the other things that I have in the shops. I have a lot of things that I wanna buy: the cloak of poison resistance, the Randart boots, the other ego cloak, maybe the rune buckler, probably not. The unidentified scroll, the two unidentified potions, the amulet, maybe even the wand. And I might even buy that wand earlier, considering how I am training evocations. What do you have when it comes to wands? Mind Burst. I think that will not work against me. Yeah, I can actually guarantee that won't work because I have a willpower item, and as a deep dwarf, I also have a good amount of natural willpower. Pretty nice. Um, all right, I took some damage during that fight. Nothing too bad. And I am a deep dwarf, so I can always like heal myself. Not necessarily to full HP, but I can heal myself enough to win a fight. Cure. Maybe again. One more time. Okay, it missed 3 times. And the guy just hit me like a truck. Well, not really. Hit me for 3 and then 6. But it was definitely annoying that it missed 3 times. Okay, net. Let's just poke it with my axe. Okay, it's not working. Let's use Mind Burst. There we go. Good old Mind Burst. Always works. Yeah, we are very close to getting to a significant power spike in the Deep Dwarf gameplay. That would be getting to enough piety with Maclef to be able to not have to use mana to heal. That is huge. And yeah, we're seeing things that actually do hurt a lot, like those yaks. Mm. I keep resting to full. I keep trying to rest to full HP. It's just like a force of habit. After playing Crawl for so long, you kind of pick up some habits, and Deep Dwarf definitely does play against you in that regard. Mm, more potions. More things to spend my money on when I have money, just like in real life. Yeah, talking about that, I have a donation goal for a Steam Link. So if you want to help me get a Steam Link, I would definitely appreciate it. Um, when it comes to the stream, I don't think the stream or the Steam Deck will help me a lot to improve my streaming quality or stuff, but it is something that I can guarantee will make it more likely for me to stream because I can just like carry that thing around with me, and which means that I can have a streaming setup to stream specifically Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup on the go because this is as low specs as it can be. So yeah, it would be really easy for me to stream on the go if I am outside home. Um, if I had a Stream Deck, a Steam Deck rather, and well, that comes with all the advantages of owning a Steam Deck, which means like, well, which are having my Steam inventory on the go. Like that, when I saw that device, I was like astonished at how perfect that thing was for me. Like I've been wanting something like that for a while. Yeah, the more my Steam inventory grew, the more I found myself wishing that I could share some of the games that I have in there with like friends and family, like reunions and stuff. And I was like just not gonna be able to carry around a whole PC setup. Um, so yeah, the Steam Deck is literally made for me. Now, if only I could buy it, and I'm not saying if I could buy it for the monetary reasons. Like if I really needed it, I could squeeze the money from places where I would prefer not to squeeze the money from. But I cannot buy it in Mexico. Like straight up, not available for me to reserve in Mexico. It's pretty messed up. Valve has always been like that with their hardware. Every time they release something or every time they announce something, I'm excited for the thing that they announce, and I never have the chance to buy it. It's kind of lame. Um, okay, so I didn't finish exploring this level. Why is that? Let's take this off. Wield the battle axe. Uh, I wonder if I should go all the way up to 14 axes. Yeah, 14 axes is 1.0 delay for a battle axe. I am not going to use a battle axe for the entirety of the game. I think a shield is very important, but for this part of the game, the protection that you would get from a shield, especially a buckler, because that's kind of the only thing that I have a skill to use, pales in comparison to the damage increase that comes from having a battle axe. And the experience that would go to training the battle axe wouldn't really go to waste because I still need to train 18 axes for minimum delay on a broad axe, which is my end goal with this character, obviously. Um, Probably should indeed do that. So I'm gonna turn off shields for now. A Steam Deck, never heard of such a device. Is it just basically a portable computer that can play your inventory of Steam games anywhere? So it's pretty much like a Nintendo Switch, but instead of being a Nintendo Switch, it's a computer. So it's like the same uh, format, like of handheld console with like a screen and stuff, but it's not a video game console. It's like a straight up full computer. So you can stream, you can do whatever you do on your computer on that thing, and that is like the stuff of my dreams. It's literally made for me, but I can't buy it. It's so painful. Yeah, you should look it up. They revealed it like a week ago, like on Monday or something. Um, Actually, was it Monday? I think it was maybe Wednesday. I really don't know when it was revealed, but it was like less than a week ago or a week ago, and it was just like, oh, I can't believe it. I was like legit astonished, and the best part about it is that it only costs $400. Like the value on that thing is insane for what it offers. $400 is insane. It's probably like the best deal that I've seen in my life that like a big corporation gives to their customers. It is really on that level, and I really do think that $400 is perfectly reasonable for the value that thing delivers. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been like, oh, but it's too expensive, right? It's $400. But if you really think about it, it's not too expensive. It's not expensive at all compared to like people get several $100 phones all the time. Um, so if they can pay like $700 for a good phone, they can definitely afford to pay 400 for a Steam Deck. Not that I would personally own a $700 phone, but I would definitely pay 400 for a Steam Deck. I would even pay more than that, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to have access to like the higher tier of Steam Decks. They are pretty much the same. It's only like the more expensive ones have um, more storage room for like more games and stuff. I'm gonna have to unfortunately use blinking here because that's not a nice situation for me. Oh, come on! You failed to use your ability. I have 9% chance to fail. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty bad mark. Plus Centaur Warrior, plus Orcs. Yeah, that was pretty bad indeed. And I am still at 0 piety with my clef. That blows my mind a bit. Um, that point where you are, like that point where you are between having 0 piety with Maclev and 1 piety in Maclev, it's like night and day. Oh, it has 3 pips of willpower. Yeah, that is unkillable. Um, it hits like a brick. It has too much armor class and it has too much willpower. This thing shouldn't be on D9. Definitely not. So let's go upstairs and let's exclude that so I don't end up accidentally killing myself on that thing. Um, that downstairs or that ambush on the downstairs looks pretty bad. Um, yeah, let's see. We have a troll, a zombie, a actor, another troll. It might be the same troll. Um, it might be the same troll. We also have an orc warrior, and well, all these orcs that were in this Bayok team bolt. It's not looking pretty good for me, let me tell you. Ouch. 20 damage. Alright. I got troll leather armor, but it literally means nothing to a deep dwarf. Um, Yep, it means nothing to a deep dwarf, unfortunately. You do not regen whether or not you were a troll letter. Yeah, I imagine if you could regen with regen items as a deep dwarf, that would be so broken. I took so much damage from just going downstairs and going upstairs. Ooh, this is not being as easy as I thought it was going to be. Maybe it is because I started a melee character. Yeah, that's probably why. I'm just gonna like tell that to myself to feel better about my life decisions. Um, okay, let's just all right. We killed the jack, which is the thing that hits the hardest from all of those things that were down there, except maybe for the centaur warrior. But now that the jack is gone, I think I have a Scroll of Identify on the shop. I'm really tempted to buy that thing. I really, really am tempted to buy it. Or I could also just read the things that I have. Like I already identified the single most important scroll in the game, which is blinking. And I also have already identified the important potions, which are the potions of 3, heal wounds, curing, and also haste. I don't have it, but I know that I don't have it because there's no unidentified potions in my inventory, I guess. So yeah, I guess I can just like read random scrolls and hope that I get something good. If I lose some of the good scrolls, like um, silence, yeah, like silence and holy word, it's fine. I think I can afford to make that small sacrifice for the potentially massive gain of like having one of these be acquirement. If one of these is acquirement, I'm probably going to win the game. That is holy worth. That is noise. Let's take a look at this. Because when you identify scrolls, they increase in price. So one of the scrolls that was in the shop was magic mapping. You can see because it was much cheaper, and now that I already identified it, it increased in value. Unfortunately, it's Enchant Weapon. I guess I want to enchant the battle axe. I don't really want to enchant the battle axe, but there's not much else that I could enchant. Okay, we are going to use Curer and walk away from that. And walk away as much as I can. And then when it's no longer slow or I am at the edge of line of sight, I was thinking of poisoning further or poisoning it further with just regular darts, but I wasn't counting on missing like 4 times against that guy. Oof, this character. I guess I can consider myself lucky because I have not I have not lost a lot of mana. I have not. Well, I did lose a lot of Curer, but I also found yet another stack of Curer. So right now I have 8 Curer. So I found 14 total. I've already lost 6. But what matters is that I have a lot of Curer in my inventory, which is really, really good. Cure is kinda what's been carrying this character. You've hoarded so many Holy Word and Torment Scrolls in many games, but by the time you get to the late game, your character is usually strong enough to kill off enemies without need of using them. Sometimes, specifically Holy Word, is a very useful consumable because not only does it deal a lot of damage that demonic things and unholy things cannot prevent or mitigate in any way whatsoever, you also daze them so they can miss turns at random, which can save you. Like you can use that against Pandemonium Lords on the Orb Run. Do not ever underestimate the power of Holy Word. It's really a pretty powerful consumable. I have 9 Q rank. Let's use one of those for HP, I guess. I hate having to go downstairs and losing like 10 HP. Well, actually, I lost 20 HP, 19 from doing that. And I'm gonna keep losing HP, unfortunately. Yeah, lost the mana. Yeah, running out of heal wounds as a deep dwarf is not terrible. Okay, Maklev accepts your kill. You can now gain health from killing. So that is kind of the most beautiful line of text in the game. That means that the game will be significantly less painful from now on. At the start of the game, like the healing from Maklev scales with monster hit dice, I'm pretty sure. So the higher hit dice monsters that you kill, the more you're gonna get healed by Maklev. So to begin with, the heals are not gonna be consistent in the early game. Yeah, Maklev accepts your kill. Where's my heal if you really accept my kill, Maklev? I don't have Fogu. I don't have Fear. I have the stairs. Yeah, that level sucks. That level really does suck. It sucks so bad that I cannot stair dance because every time I stair dance, I lose a lot of HP, and there's a center warrior just camping all 3 stairs. I lost another mana. Yeah, there's some awful bolt right here, which is definitely trolling me. I definitely should skip this level. Ooh, stressful game tonight. Not particularly good. Wait, let me drop these stones. I'm not gonna be using them. Uh, I guess all that's left for me to do is to go into that D9. Yeah, I can hatch in, but I feel like that's pretty unsafe. Let's do it regardless because that was unbearable. Okay, I can just skip that. Let's do it. Didn't Maclef heal get nerfed because it was too overpowered for Jin? I think it got nerfed because people went Maclef for the heal instead of going Maclef for all the other things that Maclef offered. Which I don't think it's a valid reason to nerf the part that was the best part of the goth. At least it came alongside buffs for the bad parts. So Maclef invocations are actually pretty decent now. The summons and the other invocations like Major Destruction specifically got pretty buffed. So I guess that's nice. But yeah, the Maclef heal did get nerfed, and now it heals you half the amount that it used to, like half, literally just half. It's nuts. Um, I do not agree or like that change. I feel like it's a pretty significant nerf. Um, okay, that's nice. I prefer to use my wands there um, over just like hitting the wyvern to prevent like any awkward situation from happening. Protection, and one of these guys had electrocution. I'm pretty sure I read that. Oh, never mind, protection. Okay. This would be better with. This would be a significantly easier character with slightly better gear. I probably should have started an artificer. Now that I think about it. All right, that went fine. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All the damage that I didn't take from the orcs, I took from that bolt of lightning. Oh, that. Come on. Okay, the worst part about it is that I cannot even go upstairs to wait it out. Because if I go upstairs, I am going to be going into a level that I have not explored yet, um, while marked. So I'm just gonna be like randomly attacked by monsters. Oof. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad. Pretty hard character, let me tell you. But it will get better. It just has a pretty hard early game. The more the game progresses and the more piety that I gain with Maclef, once Maclef actually starts healing me on kills, the character will get so much better. Yeah, there we go. You regained 5 HP. Thank you for that. Also, something that would instantly make the character significantly better would be finding a vampiric axe or like you reading a random brand weapon and getting vampiric. That would no, that would like you might think it's exaggerating, but if that happened, that's like instantly winning the game for a deep dwarf. Because the damage reduction plus vampiric plus Maclef is just like a combination of extremely powerful things for your character. Um, like a bunch of redundant, very powerful effects that just like make you nearly unstoppable. I hate eels, by the way. I don't like the concept of electric eels because of that. Like, it feels that if you're in a level with an eel, you cannot auto explore because of that. Yeah, they suck. I wish they were removed from the game. Okay, let's just keep draining my mana. I wonder how much mana I had originally. I wonder if there's any way for me to see it. No idea. I think I have to skip this level. Minotaur. Minotaur is pretty... No, the thing about a Minotaur is that I cannot do it. Just as I cannot do a Komodo Dragon, that's gonna be hitting me so hard. Okay, how hard can you hit 34? Um, okay. I might be able to kill the Minotaur with Cure Air. I only just thought of that. I do wish I had like Berserker Rage or something to go with my Cure for the Minotaur, and then I might stand a chance, and the loot might be good enough for me to beat the Minotaur. But it's like a coin flip. It's like the early game version of the Desolation Assault, where it might be a better idea just to straight up ignore that. We are going to... Well, I don't have magic mapping. I wanted to use magic mapping, but we don't have access to it. Oh man, this character is so weak and has had to dive so much that it's experience level 10 on D11. It's not feeling good. Yeah, I might have messed up my skilling because I wanted to train shields and then I am not currently using a shield because I'm using the battle axe. Oh, we found the gauntlet. Well, let's go in. Maybe one of these is gonna be easy. Um, let's see what we got. A scroll that could be acquirement. A ring, rendered ring, guarded by an orange crystal statue. Those suck. A rendered amulet that I could get. I could get the rendered ring and the rendered amulet. So this is pretty good actually. This is almost ideal. I can do the easiest one of these, which is probably going to be the wolves. Then I can do the orange crystal statue, and then I can do the amulet. Ooh, that is a juicy, very juicy gauntlet. I might actually be able to do it. Yeah, I cannot do that, or I shouldn't even attempt to do it. Oh, it's wolves and a moth of wrath. Yeah, never mind. I thought that it was only gonna be wolves. Um, so yeah, that is unfortunate. I really wanted to do the wolves because they are much safer than anything else. But if they have Moth of Wrath support, yeah, Berserk Wolves are much more scary. Um, I could maybe do the Chaos Spawn and the Necosec. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. At least that gets me the rendered scroll, or the not rendered scroll, but the random scroll that could be acquirement. Um, Usually have a tough time with the orange crystal statue unless your character has LRD for sure. That is like a pretty common thing. Let me see if I can maneuver the Necosec into being over here so we can like maybe outrun it and just like straight up not fight it at all. Perfect. That went flawlessly, and now all that I can really do is like go in here. But before that, it's that or blind shooting the statue with prism. You can do that. It hurts monsters outside of your line of sight. That sounds pretty busted. It's not a spell that I have used a lot, but that sounds pretty busted indeed. Um, yeah, what I'm going to do with this character is just gonna might and just like hit it with my battle axe and hope for the best. Um, I could also wield or wear the shield, wield the war axe, and do the same thing, and hope that the war axe having faster attack delay or like lower attack delay, so faster attacks, helps me with the potion of might and the shield for defenses. That's probably the correct thing to do. I'm gonna give that a try. Ooh, pretty complicated character, let me tell you. Not something that I would recommend for a new player, actually. If you want to play Deep Dwarf, play a mage. I just didn't play a mage with this Deep Dwarf because I just got done with Ogre, Fire Elementalist. But yeah, Deep Dwarf, Earth Elementalist could be a pretty good thing. There's people that like Deep Dwarf Necromancer for the fact that Necromancer has Vampiric Draining, which is like self-healing outside of your ability, but the healing from Vampiric Draining kinda sucks unless you go hard on Necromancy. And unfortunately, Necromancy kinda sucks. So yeah, it's rough for a Deep Dwarf Necromancer. You kinda have to do the Enchanter strategy, which is start the game and focus around, or like your goal should be to stop being an Enchanter, and the same goes for Necromancer. Your goal should be to stop being a Necromancer. Um, kind of a shame. Let's word this thing. What is my attack delay? 0.9, 0.9, 1.0. Okay, so I am going to land here. I can move here, hope that it doesn't summon, and then break line of sight, be next to it, hit it pretty hard until it dies, and then pick up the loot. That's what I am going to do. Let's go. Woo, come on, dude. That is the pinnacle of unlucky. The one tile where it could summon, it summons that. Like, wow. I guess it could have been worse because it could have summoned, I don't know, worse things, but that's pretty bad. That is disgustingly bad. Oh, this is gonna be an issue. Okay, I don't think it can summon. Well, I definitely know that it can summon because it can't see me. I wish I had Berserk Rage. Berserk Rage would be really good right about now. Um, or Okawaru. Okawaru would also be pretty good, but unfortunately you cannot Okawaru with a Deep Dwarf. Okay, it is a fantastic ring. I am glad that I attempted this at least because it was worth it. If I survive, that is. If I don't survive, obviously not worth it. Um, okay, we are going to drink a potion of 3. We are going to drink might. We are going to unwield our weapon because at this point in the game, it's probably safer for me to use my branches to attack this thing because they're gonna be dealing more damage faster than my weapon. Um, oh, I threw a dart accidentally. Oh, that's nice. That is exactly what I wanted. Thank you for berserking me, Mr. Orange Crystal Statue. Much appreciated. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. So lucky that I got berserked by that thing. Okay, let's put this on. Let's also put on. Nah, I can afford to not put on anything else, but I guess I can put this on. Maybe again like 1 point of dexterity or evasion. So I guess that was worth it. Expensive, but certainly worth it indeed. And now for these worms, I think they are. Oh, it's swamp worms. These have harpoon shot, so get over here. Just and they are also fast. Maybe I can secure the choke point and try to get away um, with dabbing these guys. Hmm. I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna have to use my last potion of might for that. The thing is that I cannot safely run away from these guys because they have harpoon shots. So if I am like right here, let's say I am going to pick up my scroll of teleport and I am all happy about it, and then I get pulled by one of these swamp worms and the Tyrant Leech hits me for 20 or something. That's pretty awful, especially considering that I am a deep dwarf that is really struggling with heals. So it's not gonna be good, but here we go. Um, yeah, actually, it did try to harpoon me. Railbird says they will not allow you to secure a choke point. They will harpoon first, which they certainly did. But fortunately, I managed to block it. I got lucky and I blocked it. So that went well, I guess. We are going to shoot Curera at this Tyrant Leech because it is not poison resistant. 10 damage. Alright, it's slow now. So the thing is that I do want these two items, maybe even the ring mail, because it could be like a highly enchanted ring mail of willpower, and then it's like better than what I currently have. Or I can just like lose the chainmail now that I have another source of willpower. One that I am extremely unlikely to take off for the rest of the game, by the way. That ring is nuts. Yeah. Fire resistance, resistance to negative energy, willpower, and resistance to corrosion. It is a pretty good ring. Um, okay, I can walk away. That's one thing. The other thing is that I yet again I have to fear the threat of the Swamp Worm. The only reason why I'm considering that is because the Tyrant Leech is slow, and it's already like further slow because I used Curer on it. So at the very least, I should at the very least, at the very least, I should walk away from it to take advantage of the fact that it is slow and like poison kited. Um, I definitely don't want to melee that thing. I don't think that goes well for me. So yeah, this is going perfect. The Tyrant Leech is taking a lot of damage. Ooh, wow, the one tile where that could have happened, and it happens, but I block it. So let's just walk here, break line of sight. As sick as possible. So it is death. All right. Now, oh, come on! 18 damage. That is crazy. Finally, I got pulled by Harpoon Shot. Um, okay, this is perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it's as good as it's going to get. These deal so much damage, and they deal much less damage than the Tyrant Leech. These deal 26, and the Tyrant Leech dealt 35. So unfortunately, I cannot kite these at all because they just pull me. I just have to kind of rely on my shield skills. Yeah, there we go. We got some nice blocks at the end there. Oh, that was stressful. And yeah, I don't think I can. Oh, that was so close to being good. Yeah, Slay -2 is a deal breaker. But it was pretty close to being a pretty powerful amulet. Yeah, the 8 strength actually might compensate, but it is definitely disappointing. Oof, okay. Okay. We might be able to get away with this. I wish I had invisibility. It definitely would help. I have one blinking. Oh, your mana is drained by the effort. Now I have 3 mana. Okay, I have some curing. Let's use one of them for healing. Hello, Mr. Minotaur. Okay, fortunately, the rapier doesn't matter to me, and the ring also doesn't matter to me. Let's see what. Oh, there is a Randard cloak and a condenser bane. Oh, I need the condenser bane up to the point where I am considering blinking to the tile of the condenser bane and just using it, and like that, hoping that wins me the fight against the Minotaur. So the way that we do this is step 1, close the door, wait for the Minotaur to come to me, open the door, and then I blink to the tile of the condenser bane, and I use the condenser bane, and I just like pray that the Minotaur doesn't kill me with javelins. Would be much easier if I had like a scroll of fog or something else. I could also just be greedy or just not be greedy and leave. And I think if I am on a streak of 3 in an account that has a 100% win rate, that is the correct thing to do. Um, but I'm going to go with something in between. I am going to blink to the tile of the condenser bane. I'm gonna pick it up, and then I'm gonna make a run for the stairs. Maybe if I can pick up the condenser bane and not be at very low HP, I am going to try to pick up other things because there's like 3 things in there that are like super good. There's a cloak, there's a lightning rod, which is very important in my opinion, and there's the condenser bane, which is like the most important thing. Um, Also, the Wand of Flame would be good for my character. I don't really use them that much, but this character has a lot of evocations already, so they can certainly be good. Those charges of flaming can certainly be good for my character, especially considering how much I've been struggling at killing things overall. Um, Actually, I'm gonna train that to 14. Once it hits 14, I have to train fighting. So yeah, but I guess here it goes. Quaff unknown potions. They could be mutation. I think I already identified Degen. They could be mutation, or I think the absolute worst thing that I could drink that I have not identified yet is attraction. If one of these is attraction, I am dead. Like there's no coming back from that. If one of them is attraction. I'm thinking I hadn't thought of that, but I just realized that it might not be a good idea to be wearing the kite shield because it decreases my evasion, and unfortunately the Minotaur has javelins, so having a lot of evasion is pretty good. In addition to that, I'm also realizing that the amulet is an amulet of acrobat, so probably the correct thing to do before opening the door was to put on this amulet, take off the shield, maybe wear a buckler because that already doesn't have any penalties at all, and do the same thing. Like just hope. Um, but yeah, that's a bit too. It's a bit too late for that. Let's just go for the plan. Do you have resistance to poison? I guess I don't. Oh, never mind. I do know. The rapier doesn't have poison resistance. Let's see, what else do you have? No poison resistance. So I might be able to get away with curing it, at least. Let's give it a try. So now we wait. Okay, I'm gonna cure immediately. Okay, for a second I saw 17% chance to hit, but it turned out to be 71% chance to hit. Okay, the Minotaur is slow now, which gives me a fair amount of turns to work with here. I am going to blink to the Condenser Bane, because I think that is probably the most important and powerful thing for my character. And then I'm gonna try to get the Lightning Rod and the Cloak and the Wand of Flame, and like pretty much all the things that I can get. If I can't get away with like stepping on, not that one doesn't matter. On this tile, on this tile, and on this tile, and then getting away, that would be sick. But let's see how it goes. So first of all, I'm going to blink here. Gonna pick these things up. Hello, Buster. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed tonight's content. I am trying not to die horribly. Ooh, paralysis. Ah, 11%. Because it has a lot of willpower, right? Oh, it has shadow skills. I just noticed that it has shadow skills. I would like to wear those. I would love to be able to use those, but I have no way of killing this guy. Like, at some point, you just kind of have to cut your losses. And right now, I'm getting like super lucky because it keeps throwing javelins and they keep barely missing me with 6 evasion. I fought the Minotaur with a character like 30 evasion or something, and they hit every time. But this time, I'm just like spending all that luck that the game owes me, and I'm dodging javelins with 6 evasion. So I can walk over here, pick these things up, and get out. I'm gonna try that. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do is like I was going to go straight up, but I think the correct thing to do is to step on the portal. And if things get really bad, I can just get out immediately. Okay, the Minotaur is no longer moving slowly. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I can do it. Ooh, another barely miss. Ooh, lucky. I don't need the flail. I just need a cloak. Okay, didn't throw a javelin. That was questionable movement from the Minotaur. I would have just like thrown a javelin. Ooh, I can't believe that. That was insane. That was insane luck to begin with, because the Minotaur didn't hit me with a javelin even once. So that was lucky, lucky, lucky. That's luck. Um, but fortunately, like I was able to make the best out of the situation the game gave me. Um, with the luck that the game also gave me, it turns out that I had a potion of haste, would have been good, and a potion of mana, so no attraction, fortunately. But still, I didn't want to risk attraction. Yeah, that went pretty well. I did use my last scroll of blinking, which is definitely never a nice thing, but I have a potion of haste instead. It's pretty good as well as an escape option early in the game. Yeah, I got some crazy good loot. I'm gonna wear this right now. Goodbye. And probably also goodbye. I'm gonna carry that ring mail of fire resistance for a theoretical volcano. We can throw that away. Um, oh, I have a ring of strength now. I can put that on. That's pretty good. Much better than dexterity. Oh, it actually increased my evasion more than the ring of dexterity does. So that's pretty funny. Oof, oof. Ooh, that was something else. That was something else, let me tell you. And I just got so many good things from that. I got a condenser vein and a lightning rod. Both of those things are like massive for this character. Plus 3 evocations skill. 10 skill or plus 3 aptitude, 10 skill already. Like, I think I'm gonna have a much easier game after surviving that. It did cost me some very expensive consumables. I had to use blinking and I left behind some darts of Curer, but I would say that it was worth it. Definitely, I would say that. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna buy anything from there just yet. And in fact, I don't want to buy anything until I can afford to buy the Scroll of Acquirement to see if I can buy more things or if the Scroll of Acquirement somehow gives me Arga. And I'm only just saying that because sometimes it does happen, and it's pretty nice when it does happen. Um, I think I had a character where I like mentioned by name a very rare Randart or on Randart rather, like Macabre Finger necklace. I do it all the time. Like I call for Macabre Finger and I get Macabre Finger. It's so nice. A character where I did that and I didn't get the item that I was hoping for was the Formicid. I was hoping for Glaive of the Guard because I like the concept of the item a lot, but I can never use it because it's a glaive. So I wanted to get it with that character because it's probably the most powerful item that you can wield with a Formicid, the Glaive of the Guard. It might not be the most damaging item, but you only need to train 20 polearms to be able to use it, and it is like so good of an item. Um, so so yeah, I wanted it on a Formicid, but I didn't get it, unfortunately. Eels on D10 and D11, super annoying. I think I might be ready to face my fears and just do this D9. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I only had to see this guy to remind myself of why I can't do this level. I think it's even resistant to electricity or something dumb. Okay, it's not. It's not. But 3 pips of willpower means that I will never, ever, ever be able to hex it. Yeah, 11% chance to paralyze with 10 skill. It's insane. Way out of depth for D9. I might be able to kill it with Lightning Rod, but it would be like using all my charges of Lightning Rod and then maybe having to use my Wand of Flame or something to finish the job. Um, so yeah, this Skeletal Warrior is definitely a massive turn off. Oh, and the Centaur Warrior as well. So many warriors in this level. Well, I think I'm gonna be forced into a fight with this Skeletal Warrior. At least it will be in a more controlled environment because this level is empty, so I don't have to be afraid of monsters running into me while I am shooting the Skeletal Warrior with Lightning Rod because that's kind of my best damage against a monster as tanky and insane as a Skeletal Warrior on D9, D10 now. For D10, it will also still be way out of depth. Um, I don't know what I should do. I could use the Scroll of Holy Word. Hmm. I could also use the Potion of Haste, but I think Haste is more valuable than Holy Word. Oh. It is a complicated situation for my character. Mm. Yeah, the biggest issue that I have is that I do not have like a shaft or a dispersal trap or something that would put tiles between Mr. Skeletal Warrior and me, which would make this significantly less tricky of a situation. Maybe let's go downstairs, eat a hit from the Skeletal Warrior. Um, the only trap that is in the level is an alarm trap. Definitely doesn't serve the purpose that I need it to. Um, um, I thought that I was going to fail to heal and that it was going to kill me. Like I saw that 5% and I was like, oh, it's going to kill me. I am death. Fortunately, it didn't happen, but yeah, this is messed up. I kind of needed to lose a turn, and it's kind of trying to lose a turn, but it keeps gaining it back almost immediately. Oh man, this is pretty disgusting. I'm just gonna pillar dance here, wait for it to lose a turn because it really is like the only thing that I can do against something this ridiculous this early in the game. Um, But yeah, you have to do what you have to do to have a streak. And then you kind of have to do what you have to do to protect that streak. And that is precisely what I am doing right now. Man, let me tell you that that gauntlet has been some of the most exciting crawl that I've played in a while, in a couple of months at least. Yeah, that was a very exciting gauntlet. Oh wow, it gained a turn on me instead of losing it. Oh, now it lost it. It gained it back. No, let me go. I need to get to the stairs. Oh, yeah, goodbye. Never again. Oh, there's an acid dragon there. Oh, but now I have resistance to corrosion. Bring it on, Mr. Acid Dragon. I fear you not. Ooh, this bolt is nasty. That's a two-headed ogre. Paralysis? 56%? Oh no. Oh yes. And I can do kind of the same against the boulder beetle. 56% chance as well. Oh, it's rolling. Oh, it's going to kill me. I don't think I can do much against it other than heal. You block the boulder beetle's attack. Okay, that's lucky. Let's try to paralyze it again. Oh, didn't get the paralysis, but it jumped away. Yeah, the two-headed ogre is actually like significantly safer, exponentially safer, and much more easy to deal with than the skeletal warrior, because it does deal more damage, but it is super vulnerable to hexes because it's not as resistant to will. It doesn't have as much willpower as the skeletal warrior, and it has like less effective HP because it has like no defenses whatsoever. So as you can see, it died super easily. Let's please. I need to paralyze it thing. Ooh, lucky me. Okay, let's use Cure as well. Please do not become unparalyzed. Okay, and Maclef healed me for like 12. Wow, that's nuts. Okay, we're getting to the point where Maclef actually starts to do something. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is stressful. This is so stressful. Yeah. Okay, let's hope that I can just like. Oh, a blinking scroll. Give me that. Yeah, I need that right now. Let's take off the kite shield actually. Let's wield the battle axe because now I have 1.0 delay on the battle axe. I trained enough to have 1.0 delay. Okay, I think I need to buy those boots. Yeah, I think I need to buy those boots. I need kind of as much power boost as I can possibly get. Oh no! Oh no! Ah, never mind. I thought that I had lost the ability to heal on kills, and I was like, oh no! But then I realized that I only lost minor destruction, and I really couldn't care less about minor destruction as it is right now. Yeah, I only care about the heals. Thanks for the stream. You're gonna have to watch the video on demand. It's fine. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a nice day tomorrow. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the consistency. Yeah, you always stop by. And yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it quite a bit, actually. So yeah, this has been an exciting character, a stressful one, but certainly quite exciting. Maybe, well, depends on the thing. I don't want to say fun because fun is like extremely subjective. So a new player would probably like just see what I have been going through with this character and be like, "Oh, that game looks miserable." But the thing is that sometimes you enjoy having to like squeeze your brain dry to like find the best answer to any situation that the game gives you, which is kind of what has been happening for me and this character. Oh, come on. Ooh, seriously? Like you just resisted twice and now I don't have paralysis anymore? That's lame. Uh, at least I can deal with the centaurs. Yeah, the centaurs are not as messed up mm, as the skeletal warrior. The skeletal warrior was on another level. Like that is just like unfair. uh, how is it shooting me? What shot me? Yeah, the centaur warrior shoots an arrow. The arrow hits me, but it doesn't have line of fire. I have like a million monsters in front of me. Weird. Let's do this. Okay, that went well. I feel like it was kind of expensive to have to use Condenser Bane there, but I was also in an open part of the level against a million centaurs. Well, it was two of them, but still, it was a centaur warrior and a regular one, and I am a deep dwarf that has issues healing, so I feel perfectly justified in using it. And it's also like not like, oh, I lost it for the rest of the game, like a scroll blinking is. It's just that I won't have it for a while, maybe a whole experience level, because in the early game it takes a while for those things to recharge. Unfortunately, I've heard from people that if you have evocations training, they train faster. Um, I don't know if that is true. Like, I actually don't know if that is a real thing. At least, like, only the only thing that I really have access to is this screen that you see right here. And it doesn't say anything about it recharging faster if you have a vocations skill, so I would bet that it doesn't. But maybe I can hope that it does recharge faster. Regardless, I really do think that it's gonna take me at least one whole experience level to get back the condenser vein. Right now I'm at experience level 11 with 36%, so maybe by the time I am experience level 12 with 36%, I am gonna have it back. I have the lightning rod if things get bad anyway, so that is fine. I don't mind not having the condenser vein. And this bolt, despite the centaur warrior and the skeletal warrior, it doesn't look that terrifying. Oh, I think there was no, never mind. The two-headed ogre was in a different part of the game, and we are starting to get to the point where I can actually press tab and not fear for my life, and that feels good. Okay, another boulder beetle. This time I have no hex wands, but I do have Curer. And again. And now we're gonna use poison. Okay, it's extremely poisoned and slow. So what I can do is just like kite it until it dies. Hope that I do not stumble into any random monsters. It doesn't seem to have been the case, fortunately, and I don't lose any of my darts. Pyromancer. Okay, we can deal with that guy. Like, no big deal. I just need to put on my ring mail of fire resistance. So for safety, I'm just gonna like get away from there. Yeah, I think it's safe for me to wear it here. Okay, I'm gonna lose some armor class, but I'm also going to gain a second pip of fire resistance, which is going to greatly mitigate the amount of damage that the Pyromancer deals. I'm thinking using my Wand of Flame here. Yeah, that's some damage, actually. Wow, that was quite a lot of damage. I was not expecting that to go so well, but it was certainly doing some damage to that Wraith. How much damage does it deal anyway? 2 dice of 9, so up to 18 damage on a perfect roll. Okay, I know there's like a double pass. Oh, it's probably a. Oh, never mind. It was not a shapeshifter. Since I saw like 3 different monsters with like similar hit dice and stuff, I thought maybe the Catoblepas and the Pyromancer and the Slime Creature were shapeshifter, but doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, okay, that's perfect. Okay, so for the Catoblepas, I am going to throw Curer first and foremost. You have seen me use Curer a lot. I think it has been carrying me. Curer is really a very powerful consumable. It's very obvious that it is, and it's just like something that you should probably take advantage of whenever you have it in your game. Was not expecting to get hit for 29. Is it slow? It might be slow. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, what was I expecting? Okay, it got an extra turn on me, but fortunately I didn't die. Okay, maybe we have to use teleport. Okay, that was a pretty difficult fight. I almost died because I got hit by the Catoblepas. They hit pretty hard for, well, they hit pretty hard in general. You can see them in Layer 6, which obviously this character is like not quite in that range of power. Usually when you get to Layer 6, you're experience level 14. This character is experience level 11. And in Layer 6, they are still extremely dangerous. So, yeah, fighting one of those this early in the game, very complicated, but I've killed almost everything else, so I feel relatively safe. Like I think I can do it. Um, ooh, another scroll of blinking. Ooh, that's so nice. Um, I have money to buy a cloak of poison resistance, but I'm not going to. Oh, I forgot about the bloodstained boots. I am just gonna buy these right now because I really do feel like I need power. Oh, this is great, except for the fact that it makes me slow, and it would be significantly more powerful. Yeah, the boots feel cold and inert. That means that I won't be getting regen from those boots. I still get fire resistance, so let's take that off and let's replace it with a chainmail. And let's actually just like drop this. I won't need that anymore. Yeah, now I have 3 pips of fire resistance without making any special changes to my inventory. Probably the special change actually is going to be wearing these boots when I need 3 pips of fire resistance because they slow me and they don't really offer me um, that much more of a tactical advantage if I'm not fighting things that have fire attacks. Also, traveling into the Catoble Pass being next to me is super rough. Ooh, okay, what do we do here? I'm thinking about teleporting. Yeah, it's so messed up to have to fight one of those things in this layout. It's so bad. And there's like no counterplay. It's a direct result of like playing the character that I am playing. If I was a mage, I would maybe have blink. Can I even like learn blink? Well, maybe if I was a hedge wizard, I would have blink or a warper. But since I didn't start as those characters, I don't really have those options, obviously. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna have to teleport because of that. Yeah, because of that. Um, It's so messed up. Maybe I can lure it outside. If I can get it, yeah, there we go. That is significantly easier of a fight. Like now I can actually like sidestep um, the petrifying clouds. So now I can fight. Okay, it's no longer slow. So let's just refresh with Curer and close the door on it. Um, why am I doing that? Probably should have just kept fighting it. No, I'm not gonna use that because that requires me to stay still for a couple of turns. Okay, I like that this character is playing kind of like an artificer. Ooh, globes, enchanted globes too. I'm going to grab those. That's a bit of armor class that I can get in exchange for money. So why not? Um, Okay, yeah, I do not fear you, Mr. Pyromancer, so get over here. Wow, it's just drinking all my heal wounds. Stop doing that. Okay, I like how I am covered in liquid flames, but I don't take any damage. It's like that meme from SpongeBob with the fish on fire that is like completely unfazed. That's kind of what I got reminded of. I am going to get hurt by this thing. I am going to get hurt by this thing, and there's like pretty much no way to avoid it. Oh, I guess I can one-shot it, and that's a good way to avoid it. Oh, Acrobat is better than not any amulet at all. And I guess I am going to drop this because despite the +8 strength, which is great, the -2 slaying is pretty bad. Um, oh, rendered plate. Ooh, rendered plate. Oh, it's so good. Okay, that was definitely worth it. That makes every sacrifice that I've made so far worth it. Now I have armor class. And I guess I'm gonna grab these because despite the fact that I don't like the piece from Sum's chessboard, I need all that I can get. And I am an artificer. I have 10 evocations, so might as well put them to use with the piece from Sum's chessboard. Ooh, so I guess that went pretty well. That went pretty well. Oof, stressful, very stressful, but we got away with doing all that wacky stuff, and now we have a character that is probably gonna be a pretty good character for the early game. Like now, like 23 armor class is nuts, and it will be even more than that when I manage to buy some of these things. I have so many things in my wish list. I just haven't been able to buy anything at all. Let's buy this potion. It might be acquirement. Or not acquirement, obviously. It might be experience. You never know. So I'm gonna buy it in case it's experience, so I don't have to pay like 20 times its value if it turns out to be experience. Um, with that being said, I think I'm gonna do orc before lure first. Um, Sounds weird, but here's why. I have a lot of willpower, and I have fire resistance as well, which sorcerers in here have both of fire and paralysis. So it's kind of hard to do this normally, like to do it before lure, if you don't have either good ranged attacks that just hit the entirety of the screen, or or what I currently have. And yeah, we have a net in here. I was really thinking about using the piece from Sum's chessboard, but then I thought to myself, maybe we are going to get haste, and maybe the Etin blows me up. But on the other hand, I have enough of a breather. I have enough room to just like run for the stairs if it does have, if it does get haste. But then I thought, while I was saying that, why don't I slow it first? And yeah. Ooh, mama. Okay, we got a sleep. Well, we put it to sleep. It's not paralysis, so yeah, it's kind of lame that it's not paralysis because it's just gonna wake up next turn. But that gives me some room to. Right, yes. Yes, of course. No, wait. It might not be within my line of sight. No, it is within my line of sight. There's no way it's not. Oh man, it's so messed up that we have an Orc 1 Etin just camping the upstairs. Okay, at least it is a slow Orc 1 Etin. I still it's a slow, invisible Orc 1 Etin camping the stairs. Let's be as precise as possible. Okay. I don't have 3 pips of fire resistance. But what I am thinking is maybe reading Immolation and then just like killing something that will cause a chain reaction. I don't think I will die because I am a deep dwarf and I have fire resistance. And hello, Alexander. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. Interesting choice for win streak. Deep Dwarf Fighter. Yeah, it has been hard. Not gonna lie, it has been hard, and I definitely cannot recommend this to new players. But I haven't played Deep Dwarf in a while. The correct thing to do, in my opinion, would be to just start an Earth Elementalist or a Necromancer. If you really want to play Deep Dwarf, go with those. Melee is not easy in this version of the game, as you have seen, especially when you cannot rest to full HP. You really need to think thoroughly and very deeply about what you are going to be doing um, in most situations. Yeah, that's gonna make everything explode. Okay, 15 damage is not terrible. Flame seeps out of something. That is a scary message because I know that's the Atin, and it would have, well, it would have dealt a lot of damage to me if that explosion had hit me. Fortunately, it didn't. Perfect, perfect, flawless, flawless. That is how you kill an Orc 1 Etin. That is how you kill an Orc 1 Etin. Just like give it invisibility and then make it explode with inner flame, and in the process take like 20 damage yourself. Ooh, War Axe of Flaming, that's huge. Um, that is huge on, and it may not be obvious at first glance, but one of the other reasons why I didn't want to do Lair immediately is because I didn't have a weapon of flaming and I was using axes, and I didn't want to run out of hydras or run away from hydras, but now I have a war axe of flaming, which means that I can drop my battle axe, wield a kite shield or wear a kite shield as well, and now I can go do Lair. I think I can kill hydras now. I have 23 armor class, so yeah. I think was slow and he is behind. Yeah, it was interesting. Funny situation indeed. Okay, I can afford to use 2 charges of digging to just get over here. I think it's safe for me to do so. Yeah, better than going downstairs and then going upstairs. I don't think that I'm gonna find anything that is remotely as messed up as the thing was. Oh, there is an orc sorcerer. Never mind. At least it has 0% chance to paralyze me, and I have fire resistance for the bolt of fire. So we should be fine. You take 1 damage. Mm, mm, oh, man, that item sucks. That item is so bad. Like the piece from Som's chessboard, I thought that it would be okay because, well, I have 10 evocations and I am using it against monsters that have like no willpower, like that Orc Warrior. But I got, like, it resisted it twice. Why? Why did it resist it twice? I can't believe it. It's just like, oh man, don't use this item. This item is such garbage. It needs to be buffed. The piece from Som's chessboard, it's borderline unusable as it is right now. Hmm. I can't believe someone thought that it was a good idea. I miss the old version or the old Wand of Random Effects because before 0.27, Wand of Random Effects dealt damage. Like there were some effects like Bolt of Draining and that kind of stuff, you know? So it was actually like good. Now it's just like unusable. Wand of Random Effects. The bad effects are really bad because you're gonna haste an invisible monster, and the good effects are like, oh yeah, you have a chance um, to put a monster to sleep. Yeah, for it to wake up the next turn. So rejoice, I guess. It's so bad. It's really bad. You thought that chaos ignored willpower? It should. It should. Like that's the only thing that I'm asking for. It should like ignore willpower altogether. Like why do the good effects ignore willpower of the monster, but the bad effects don't? Like why is that? It's just like mind-boggling, insane. But yeah, it is the experience of having to use that item. Fortunately, most characters will not have to use it by the time they first see one. So yeah, mm, it is not giving me um, this is not giving me a good impression. You know, I've seen too many ogres and trolls here. So how long until we start seeing the two-headed ogres and the ogre mages, or how long until we get hit super hard by an ogre? That also could happen. Right. Yeah, I don't care about any of those things. I did say that I could go do Lair, and I'm probably gonna have to do that. It's probably safer for me to do so than to keep doing this. Okay. I wonder how much HP deep dwarfs get. I don't know if it's +1 or +2 HP, but I know they get more HP than humans. Playing a deep dwarf with human HP would be insane. Like, that would be also pretty painful. Oh, let me get those 30 gold pieces. Okay. Wow, I have enough money to buy that. Okay, let's go buy the acquirement scroll. It's a lot of money. It's a Brodax. Okay, it's some globes. I think the correct thing to get has to be the gold because I have so many things on my wish list. Like I have a haste. I have well, I have identify. I should buy that potion of attraction to identify it. Let's go buy that right now. Yeah, I don't. Oh wait, maybe I want to use that actually. Um, but yeah, on the other hand, like the only reason why I didn't immediately grab the gold is because I need a Brodax. Like the Brodax is going to be my end game weapon with this character. Since I went taxes, Brodax is like the biggest one-handed axe that you can wield. And I can just like dump all my scrolls of Enchant Weapon, if any. Oh, there's one. There's one that I have to buy. So yeah. But still, it's a +4 poison Brodax that I would be able to rebrand as soon as I get brand weapon. So that's what's making me hesitate. Um, yeah. What do I still have no globes? Brodax is super common, is it? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's super common. It's I would say that it's not super common, but I would also say that it's not like evening star levels of rare. So it's like that in between. But I am early enough in the game and I am weak enough that it might be a good idea for me to actually like just pull the trigger and get it, even if I get one later on. The only reason why I'm hesitating is because I could use the money for other things. Like I could use the money for the globes or the ruined buckler. It could be a very good buckler. Um, or I could get the wand. The wand could be wand of acid. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Lair. I'll make a decision soon. Um, ouch, that hurt. This is definitely not what you want to see in Lair 1. This is a bit ridiculous, let me tell you. Um, yeah, this is insane. I think I'm gonna go back to Orc because in Orc I was not getting destroyed like this. Oh, come on. Yeah, this character is super weak somehow. Let's go to Orc. Orc is obviously safer. Um, okay, yeah, that's a lot of ogres. As long as I fight them 1 versus 1, we should be fine. Okay. There we go. I like getting heals from kills. That's very nice. Was that a mage? It was a mage. So what I should do against that mage, and by the way, I got back the condenser vein. I did say that it was going to take me around 1 experience level, and I'm pretty sure it took me around 1 experience level. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that I got it back soon or recently. It's too far into the past. Maybe it was not so recently. Okay, I know where that thing is now. I don't want it to crystal spear me. Maybe I don't do that. Ooh. Okay, what's the chance for... Well, not really chance, but what's the amount of damage that it could deal with Crystal Spear? Oh, it doesn't have it anymore. It has Magma for 54 maximum, except that I have good armor class and 1 pip of fire resistance, so it's not gonna be 54. It's probably gonna be like a maximum of 40, taking into account my fire resistance and armor class. I think I can deal with that. I'm really leaning towards acquiring the Brodax, not gonna lie. It's getting kind of stressful to not deal any damage whatsoever with my melee. Um, okay, yeah, there we go. As long as I only have to fight one thing at a time, and as long as I get um, slightly more HP every time I kill something, we should be good. And yeah, the nerf to Maclef is such a huge nerf to Deep Dwarf. Like, this is the first Deep Dwarf that I play after the nerf to Maclef. It is borderline unplayable. It feels so bad. Um, I think Maclef should heal you on every kill to compensate for the nerf. But maybe that would be insane. Yeah, we also have to keep in mind that that would probably be insane. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, look at my mana bar. I have 4 mana, and I am experience level 12 because I've been using that so much. I might have gotten unlucky, and I do think that I did get fairly unlucky at some point in this playthrough with some out of depth monsters like um, the D5 Acid Dragon, Grinder on D3, the Skeletal Warrior on D9. That D9 was messed up. Skeletal Warrior, Centaur Warrior, and like the stairs spawned next to a nasty bolt. So obviously all the nasty monsters from that bolt just like wandered out of the stairs, or wandered into the stairs. Complicated game, let me tell you. Very complicated, but fun in a sense. Um, I guess the best part about it is knowing that at some point, hopefully soon, my character will get more powerful, and I won't have to deal with those issues anymore. Because going through a whole game like that is very stressful, and definitely not the kind of game that I can win it. I know that I can win it, but it's not the kind of game that I can win in 2 sittings. Like, it would definitely be too exhausting for me to just sit to just like do 2 sittings and win the game. It would take me probably 4 or more. And yeah, that's not a good indicator of the power level of the character. Okay. Maybe Deep Dwarf should be buffed. If Maclef cannot be changed, if it needs to remain with the over nerfed healing, maybe Deep Dwarf should receive a compensation buff, because otherwise, how do you really play Deep Dwarf? Um, okay, yes, I suspected this is the ending with a million augurs. If I had like caught all the ogres asleep, I could have used my experience evocables, specifically Condenser Bane, inside the bolt to kill them all at the same time. Condenser Bolt plus Scroll of Immolation would be just like a super easy kill. Having to fight them one on one is not only more expensive, it is also harder. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Now it's too late for me to wander in there and do that. I don't think I can do that anymore. If it's the bolt that I am thinking it is, with all the trolls and ogres, it might not be. Yeah, it might not be because there's a shop here. If it's not like a randomly generated shop that just happened to generate here, it might not be that bolt. Mm, okay, ran out of flaming, but I really did want to soften up that two-headed ogre. I felt like it was unnecessary for me to do so. Oh, wait, maybe it's time for me to use that. Yeah, I hate that it falls asleep. I hate it so much because if it was paralysis, it would be legit so powerful. But falling asleep is so useless because you're not gonna use the piece from some's chessboard on a monster that's next to you because you're gonna haste it and then you're gonna die. So the bad effects are super bad and the good effects are so worthless. I guess getting petrification is kind of nice, like this, obviously, but it still takes a while for it to do something. And then you don't even kill the monster while it's petrified. Oh man, that is. This character and this item is like an experience, let me tell you. But I am glad that I got to give it a try, you know, because I have not played Deep Dwarf in a very long time, and I also have not played Deep Dwarf of Maklev after the Maklev nerf. You like what you see? Yeah, Maklev healings were really powerful. I agree. Um, Up to the point where they should have been nerfed, probably, yes. The thing is that also that happened to incidentally seriously nerf Deep Dwarf because Deep Dwarf needed the heals to be like that to be a functional character. And while Maklev was nerfed, Deep Dwarf was not buffed. So playing a Deep Dwarf right now feels not good. Especially melee Deep Dwarf. Maybe Mage Deep Dwarf will be better. In fact, I would go as far as to say that a Deep Dwarf, Mage Deep Dwarf is gonna be so much better. Because a mage has a much easier time diminishing and preventing damage because you don't have to melee monsters. So by nature, you're gonna be taking less damage than a melee character. Um, so Mage Deep Dwarf probably can deal with Maklev as it is, no big deal. Melee Deep Dwarf, on the other hand, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's actually so bad that I would probably suggest melee backgrounds altogether to just be removed from Deep Dwarf recommended because it's not good. Um, yeah, Maklev has pretty powerful invocations, but then you have to train invocations, and it's probably a good time for me to do just that. Let's turn that on. Um, Demons are unique for Maklev now. Yeah, the thing is that I personally don't value that much summoning allies. At least the kind of allies that Maklev offers. I would prefer angels from the Shining One because the angels are guaranteed to be friendly and stuff. Even if they are like super expensive than what Maklev offers. Maklev offers you demons that are like lesser demon is pretty good. My major demon is pretty good as well, but if it's hostile, you're probably just dead. Yeah, I am going to train invocations now because I need to. I need to. I just went for so long without even having the ability to summon demons at all that I have not trained invocations yet. Um, yeah, this character has been going for 2 hours and I'm still in the early game. That should tell you all that you need to know. I don't care about any of those things. Well, maybe resistance. I kind of do care about resistance. Brand weapon. Okay, so we're at a bit of a crossroads. Now I have things that I want to spend my money on, but then if I acquire brand weapon, I won't have the broad axe to brand it. So yeah, there is that. Manual of Unarmed Combat. We're gonna pass on books. Ooh. That is an end game weapon. That is legit god tier. My only issue with the Scepter of Torment is that it's a weapon of pain. I mean, I guess it's flavorful that it is pain, but its pain brand sucks. Um, Yeah, and it sucks because Necromancy sucks. If Necromancy had good early game spells, then Pain Brand would obviously be much better. It's kind of a shame. Ooh, well, it doesn't seem to be the bolt that I thought it was. But I still think that I would have been able to like aggravate all of those monsters that I had to fight one-on-one and just like immolation. Well, Condenser Bane, immolation, maybe attraction, and that would have killed everything. If I had not fought all of them like one at a time. But it is what it is. And now, because I fought them one at a time, I lost a fair amount of Curer darts and almost all of my wands. In fact, all of my wands except for the one of digging. But we are still alive, and we are in what I would maybe consider to be a relatively good position. Um, I am just gonna acquire the gold. Brodax will come later, but okay, that was hilarious. You can now have enough money to buy a potion of cancellation on D4, buy a potion of mutation on D4, buy a potion of invisibility on D4, buy an ivory one on D4, buy a scroll of magic mapping on D4, buy a potion of magic on D8, buy a scroll of blinking on this level, buy a +1 pair of gloves on D9, Runed Buckler on D4, Runed Cloak on D4, +2 Cloak of Poison Resistance on D5, Potion of Haste on D4, 2 Potions of Haste on D8, Scroll Brand Weapon on this level, or buy a Scarf of Resistance on D5. So yeah, now I can buy literally everything in my wish list. Not everything, but I can buy um, select things from my wish list. Like everything is available to me, but I cannot buy everything, if that makes sense. Like I have to make a choice. And I'm going to choose the scroll of blinking. Yeah. Oh, I have three. Never mind. I'm not gonna choose the scroll of blinking immediately. I'm gonna buy it because it's a scroll blinking, but I am not gonna buy it immediately. I'm gonna buy the 2 potions of haste for 280. Um, the globes, the wand, maybe the buckler. Um, well, let's go ahead and buy that right now. Okay, let's also buy the potions of haste. Yeah, I don't need mana. I only wanted to buy it because I didn't have it identified, but now I do. Mm, I could buy the heal wounds, but I feel like that's kind of expensive. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna buy these instead. So I guess it's time for me to do Lair. 10, 15 imbo, and you have guaranteed minor demon, and they can deal with all your problems. Yeah, I guess. I guess. And I do have +3 invocations. I think I can afford to go all the way up to 15. Um, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Good to see you all around. Before I let you go, let me remind you, ask you to follow. If you are not already following, you should consider doing so. I would definitely appreciate it if you do. And if you're already following or subscribed on YouTube, you should consider subscribing on Twitch. Um, you certainly do help me quite a lot if you do that. You don't have to, and I understand that most people won't really have that option, but if you can afford to do it, I would certainly appreciate it, and it would certainly help me. With that being said, let's try to kill Harold, and after we are done, I'm just gonna like end the stream. Let's use that. Harold seems to slow down. Beautiful. Very good. We are going to use Curer to stack on the slow, and I don't really have anything else. I don't even have a Scroll of Ogu. to prevent him from doing get over here. So I guess I'll get over there. Yeah. Wow, what are you trying to do that it's taking me some effort? Ooh, Sentinel Smart mark with a 4% chance to succeed. So yeah, that was Harold. I think this character is already like making a comeback. Um, oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It just took a while. It took quite a while, but now it feels significantly more powerful than it felt like before doing Orc. Yeah, I can't believe that I had to run away from a Rhyme Drake and a Cane Toad. Um, and I was fine with fighting like a bunch of deep trolls and two-headed ogres, and even a Netin in Orc 1. Mm, okay, let's kill this Hydra. Just out of curiosity, I want to see how much damage it deals and how much I heal. It dealt a lot, and I did heal 10 HP, but it's only 10 HP. Definitely doesn't compensate the amount of damage that I took during that fight. So yeah, it seems to me that in order for a deep dwarf to not be completely miserable, you need to fight a bunch of fights against enemies that just can't get past your armor class plus damage shaping, so you can actually like recharge in between fights against enemies that can achieve that. Um, so yeah, that is definitely something that should be changed. Did I get paralyzed from Som's chessboard? That is insane. I didn't know that you could. Well, that's definitely kind of nice. First time I get paralysis from that. Oh no, Fanar. I don't have. Well, yeah, I did say that I was going to call it a day, so I'm just gonna like call it a day now. I already said what I needed to say. I'm just gonna save now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope I will see you tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Like I don't know just yet because I have to go out and do like some things that will also try to generate me money tomorrow. Um, but if I am not back tomorrow, I'll try to make it on Thursday. I'll keep you updated on my Discord if you're interested in that. And yeah, I'm excited for the tournament, and I am also excited for my potential birthday stream. It's July 29th. I turn 26 on July 29th, and I still have not decided whether or not I want to do something special for that date. So yeah, who knows? Maybe I do something special. But yeah, that is going to be it. Let me see who we